Yo, what's up everyone, and welcome back for another video. It's another Saturday, so it's another dungeon. We're gonna do yet another dungeon. I can't remember what number it is, but that doesn't matter. We are looking at a very, I wouldn't say interesting one, because there's not a lot of items you can actually get in here, but the items that you can get and you want to get is really interesting. And we are looking at Scarlet Monastery, and it's located over here in Eastern Kingdom, and all the way up here top in Terrorist Fall Glaives, I think it's called. I don't know, I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce that, but it's located all the way up here in this big cathedral, as you can see here. And you might have to fly a little bit if you do not have a druid. Even I have to fly a little bit, because to my knowledge there is no closer portal as an alliance, of course, than the hinterlands, and that only you can only get there if you're a druid, because you can dream walk and then you can go to hinterlands. There's a portal for it there. Other than that, you can go to the BFA down at the ship, and then there should be a portal to highlands. But if you don't have that unlocked, then you obviously can't go there, and you can, like, the closest that I know of is Twilight Highlands, all the way down here at High Bank. But you can see if you're all the way down here, there's a pretty far flight that you have to do just to get to this place. So yeah, keep that in mind. You'll probably know that I would always recommend a druid. In this dungeon, you're not gonna use your dream walk when you're actually doing the runs, but just in general, the dream walk and just the abilities that your druid have and flight form and everything, it's gonna help you a lot when you're doing farming. Obviously, you can't flight form inside dungeons, but druids is my recommended class for any farms at the moment. Before we actually go into the dungeon, I want to show you guys that there's a lot of mobs here outside. I'm just going to fly around the area where as you can see, the mobs is just spawning everywhere, or is running everywhere. These mobs outside have the same loot table as the mobs inside, or almost the same loot table at least. And I think I killed, on average, I've killed all these mobs out here about 3 times every time I do 10 runs, because I do them before I start the run, and I do it once in the middle of the run, and then I do one at the end of the run, just for some extra bit of loot. You can see there's some in here as well, in there, there's some over here, and all the way around here. And also, if you want to do it, I haven't done it, but once you've done 10 runs of your Scarlet Monastery, which is the one we're going into, which is over here, you can actually go and do one of the Scarlet Armory. Because if you don't reset it at the very end, it counts as one dungeon apparently, or like it doesn't give you the instant logout. You can actually go do even more dungeon after that if you didn't know. But that's just if you want to get some more loot and some more farming done in it. I haven't done it because I'm gonna do armory at another time, at a different time in a different video, to see what loot I can get in from that dungeon. But yeah, Scarlet Monastery right here. It's very simple. It's very short. It's not that long. Yeah, and you don't need a speed set for it. You don't necessarily have to be on a druid. I do it on my druid, of course, with my speed set, because I do a lot of other dungeons as well. And as I mentioned, you don't even need your dream walk when you're doing this, because I'm just running out. So you can basically do it on any class you want. The only issue is the flight here. But yeah, nothing specific. You don't need to do it on any specific class or any specific race or whatever. So you can basically do it with whatever you have if you want to do this dungeon. And this dungeon, as I said, is a bit interesting compared to some of the other ones that I've covered. Some of the other, like most of the other dungeons that I've covered, I would have a lot of items to post. Like my bag would be completely filled. I would get full inventory when I was doing the run here while doing the video. But that is not the case with Scarlet Monastery. You actually do not get that many pieces from this place that you can actually post. It's not a filler dungeon as I've called the other ones. You don't get a lot of different pieces to fill up the auction house. This is more like specific items if you do have a good auction house as well, but you do want to get some like high valued items, some really expensive pieces. And you're gonna see in a bit that I actually were really lucky and get a really expensive one, but it's more specific items and more valuable items than some of the other dungeons that I've covered so far. They are also, of course, harder to get, and especially with this one and also Armory, it's specific to these dungeons. So if you do want to get as many items as possible, obviously you need to do every single dungeon. And before I go all the way out, I didn't kill the last boss because there's a lot of RP with the resing and all that, so I don't bother with that. You can do if you want to, but I just can't be asked. And these mobs that I just killed here is actually the last one, because then I actually just run back out and then I reset it and run back in and repeat. So it's really short, it's really fast. Yeah, but now what you've probably all been waiting for, the loot. As you can see, now I'm just gonna sell just so we don't get confused of all that up there. But there is not a lot of loot here. Not even duplicates or anything. It's just most of these pieces are either like set pieces or like have a decent value. Some of them are pretty valuable and pretty good, but most of them is kind of meh. But they have an alright sell rate, not sell rate, alright price, and some of them are also included in sets. So yeah, a recipe here, 1.2. Not the best, but all right. I do already have one, so I might just vendor this one. But if it sells, it's 1.2, so that's pretty all right. I have this shield here, which is almost 13, which is pretty decent. The value is probably going to go down. As you can see, the market value is only 5.6, but even if it goes down to like 5.5, 5.6, it's pretty decent as well. But now it's always 13, so that's nice. I have Night Sky shoulders here, and these are part of a set. I think you can get more pieces in here. The pieces that I got is not that valuable, but people tend to buy multiple pieces of specific sets if they're going for the full set. So that's why I keep these. I have this headband here as well, almost 4K, which is all right. Another set piece here, insignia. As you can see, there's belt and there's braces and there's gloves. The gloves is not that expensive, only 600 gold. These are 3.2, and these are 10.4, 10.5 almost. So yeah, again, set piece. People might buy one and then buy a few extra for that set to complete the set. Yeah, we have these gloves right here. 2.8. It's actually the same set as the shield. But yeah, almost 3K. That's all right. The male combat gauntlets and the male combat boots. These are almost 3K, so that's decent. These are only 1.2, but again, set. So I will keep them and see if they sell. If they don't, I'll vendor it. Over here, we got a few chests that are pretty decent. This one here, 9K, which is all right. I got 2. So that's pretty decent. This chest is not the best, only 2.6, but I got 3 of them. So yeah, that's all right as well. These are probably gonna sell eventually. Then I have this one here, which is 10K. You can see, it's pretty good. Pretty cool transmog as well. Then I have silver thread armor, which is 20K, and I got 2. So that's really good. These are these always sells, and the price on them is 20K now, which is amazing. Market value is only 15, but these always sell. So if you're getting any of these, definitely keep them. And also the silver thread robe, which is probably the best green you can get in here. Yeah, that is the best green that I got at least, but I think it's one of the best greens you can get in here. And these always sell as well, but 30,000. Not 30,000, 40,000 on my servers, so that's really nice. Then I got 6 blues down here. Some of them are pretty bad, but hopefully they upgraded on your server. Only 900 gold here on this axe here. Then I got a pair of shoulders here, which is 1.5. So those are pretty bad. Now to some of the more interesting pieces. I got this one here. This is 15,000. Region market value average is almost 110. And market value on my server is even 24. So that's 15,000 is pretty bad, but it's just 15,000. It's all right. I'm gonna take it. Then we have this weapon here, the butcher, which is pretty decent. 32 is a lot higher than market value, but I'm not complaining. 32,000 is a lovely price for it. Then I have this one here, the blood spiller, which is pretty ugly if you ask me. It's not the best looking axe, but it's 100k. So that's nice. Again, a lot higher than market value, but I won't complain about that. And then, if you followed my YouTube channel, you would know that I've got this recently. But this is the big item. So far, with all these items, I might have made 300,000. But with this item right here, that total price of these dungeons, or this dungeon that I've done here, is gonna skyrocket completely. Yeah, it's currently listed. Well, there's none of the auction house on my server right now. The last time it was listed at 1.4 million gold. So that's absolutely insane. I'm pretty happy with that. I've never seen this drop in Scarlet Monastery before. And I've done a lot of Scarlet Monastery in the past. Also, on Wowhead, there was only one type of mob that could actually drop it. Which were some of the mobs around these fueled tanks here. But I actually got it from the ghost over there at the graveyards. So I discovered a new mob they could drop from on Wowhead, apparently. So that's yeah, that's the big piece. That's what I was really lucky getting this, because as you can see, all of these pieces together without the staff here wouldn't have been amazing, and that would probably have been the more normal 100 runs of Scarlet Monastery, because you're not looking at a lot of value. Only if you're lucky and get some of these pieces like 100k blood spiller or 1.4 million staff. So yeah, keep that in mind when you're doing this. If you're not lucky enough and getting any of the good greens, or not good greens, yeah, well, you can get silver thread rope, but the good blues, you're not looking at insane amount of money. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, as you can tell. It's pretty sick to get 1.4 million in a staff in one drop. So but yeah, you all know, or you might know, I have this macro that will show me the value of the items in my bag. So if I press it, it will tell me how much I actually have in my bag. And I have 1.7 million gold. And that's, if you take this away, it will be like around 300,000. So 1.7 million, it's going to be 173,000 gold per 10 run, which is not true. Like, you're probably not going to make that unless you get that staff or some of the other pieces. So yeah, this is pretty insane. It's going to be the best dungeon in my series so far. I've never gotten anywhere near that in the past either. So you shouldn't expect this. But if you get this stuff, obviously congrats. But that's completely insane. Almost 1.7 million. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, I actually don't know what to say about it. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, good luck farming it and good luck hunting for it. I got mine now. Haha. But yeah, good luck on trying to get this one or some of the other pieces from in here, because you can get lucky, and there is also more pieces than these blues. That is actually quite good. So you might end up making a decent amount of gold to like get more specific items and more valuable items on the auction house compared to some of the other ones where you only get like 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 pieces just to fill up the auction house. This is more, I was supposed to say, niche, but it's more targeting the higher pieces, like doing all demand for super items, but you are like most likely not gonna get any of them. But yeah, that was it. That was a Scarlet Monastery. Pretty exciting video for me at least, because I got this stuff here. But hopefully you enjoyed it as well. So hopefully you can leave it a like, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on the next one. And also you can follow my road to 10 million gold on Wednesdays, where you might actually see this stuff sell at some point. See me make a 2 million maybe clean out. So yeah, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of this. And also I do every single farm live on my Twitch. A link will be in the description, of course. So go follow that as well if you're interested in gold farming, and yeah, want to come chat with me and see how I do the farms, and ask me a question of how you can improve your gold farming maybe. You can also just leave a comment on this video, of course, and I'll answer it as best as I can. But yeah, Scarlet Monastery finished. Let's go towards the next one for the next week. I hope to see you there, of course. Bye bye.